What's up, everyone? It's Wacko. Welcome you to finals of SDS Season 10. I'm joined here today with our protagonist, Warren. If you would like to say hello.
Hello, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a great day.
Hopefully, it was a nice day outside where I live in Winter Wonderland. So hopefully it was nice in other places.
That's how much of a gamer I am. I don't even know what the outside is.
We don't know what the outside world looks like. Anyway, so we got Warren versus Steven in the finals. On Oran's side, we got Azurnius, who's kind of getting kicked in the butt by, I almost said Null Metal, oh my god, Mega Metagross. Then you got your Terra Curum with, Terra Electric, right?
Yes.
Okay, we got Rotom Wash, Meowscarada, and Nidoqueen. On Steven's side, we got Volcanion, Terra Zarude, which I don't know what the Terra was.
Steel. It was Steel.
Okay. Oh, and what was the Volcanion Terra?
Water.
Water, okay. Okay, and then we got Corv, Mewtwo, Mega Diancie, and Gliscor. So, we got Mega Fraud versus Rotom Fraud. Oh, man. In a finals game. Anyway, I think this is an interesting matchup. I believe you lost main season, right?
Yeah, that was the only game I lost.
Your only loss. Your only loss the whole season.
Yeah, which theoretically should put me in an advantage. I should know how to adjust coming from the losing position last time.
When you lose, you're in the advantage. But yeah, because I guess that happened to me. Is I beat him main season and I lost. He did crit me, but that's besides the point. Whether or not I think he deserves to actually be here or not. Because I think it would have been cool if it was you versus Chickadee. I think that's what I wanted.
It could have been cooler. I have no idea.
Because you guys were like, the ones that are more knowledgeable about Ubers. Maybe Steven is too. I'm not really sure, but speaking.
He has so you gotta give him some credit. Yeah. Huh? I'm saying he at least made it to finals, so you gotta give him some credit.
He did it. His Diancie somehow performed worse than my Diancie, but I guess we'll see if the tides change.
Somehow, that's the norm. That's the norm. That's what always happens.
Mega Diancie's just worse. I keep telling people, they don't believe me. So, yeah, I guess starting things off, we're gonna see you lead with the Queen versus Volcanion. Okay, so, I feel like it could be a scary situation for both of you. I would assume.
So last time he led the exact same thing. He led Volcanion. Last time I didn't even have Rotom, so I basically didn't even have to switch in.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, did you bring like Spectre?
I had Spectre instead.
Okay. Because I think I remember like I opened up your game and I was like, I wonder what they changed. And I wanted you to actually bring Spectre so I could use the PETA clip.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Right. Anyway. So the changes were he brought Gliscor over over Dragapult, which surprised me, and I brought Rotom over Spectre.
Okay, so basically almost the same, just like one mon change. It looks like he's faster than you, but you were Pasho.
Yeah, no, so actually he was Scarf. I crept max speed Timid Volcanion, so he was Scarf.
Really? Okay, so basically...
Yeah.
Oh, is he like Modest Scarf then? Because
No, he might be.
Because that Pasho, even through Pasho, that did a lot. Earth Power...
But I also was, I didn't have a lot of both of this, because I was, I crept that, which is 200-something EVs.
Yeah, because you have to be...
I needed max to get that KO, especially without Life Orb.
Right, so because Nidoqueen's kind of weak without Orb.
But that was kind of the plan with Nidoqueen, so...
Yeah, you're just trying to get rid of, some...
Yeah, he could have knocked me out. He could have knocked me out if he Terra'd, but my idea was, if he Terra's that, then he can't Terra Zarude, which makes that infinitely easier to deal with.
Right, okay, so I like that. That's a good trade for you.
Yep.
Okay, so he's gonna go hard Zarude now. Terra Blast. Interesting. Yeah. We do got Metagross, which does scare him out. But I guess,
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh, you heavy slammed. How much would heavy slam have done to Zuru?
It was actually my hardest way to hit him. So it would have done about 30 something percent. You'll see why shortly. Why it's
Okay.
my best way to hit him. Because we're running this.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
He goes for reflect. So I
Oh,
see we have the same idea here.
this is a mistake. The nickname is a mistake.
I knew he'd like that. Alright. Now this comes in.
Oh, we're
Like I said,
clicking.
we have the same idea. So we're all sitting screen.
Ooh, look at that.
And here
There's the
we
hack.
go. This is the Steven special here. So he crits me. I am
Yeah.
near max special defense Rotom, so that one blows a lot.
Okay, so he didn't get the boost at least.
Yeah, 50-50 chance there, so take
Yeah.
that for what you will. Taking a 50-50 chance, I actually get the 5 hit, which
Yeah,
is
you did
also
get the 5 hit, which you
50-50
did.
chance.
Okay.
Yeah, which is nice.
And he goes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did it again because look how much this does thanks to the goat light screen.
Okay.
Then we
And
just
then
guaranteed to
you-
go down.
Yeah, pretty
Even
much.
if we didn't get a trade that would have gone out before.
Oh, you
Nice
icicle
assist.
spear.
Yeah, so I'm not Terra Blast. I'll discuss later when we look at my paste.
Okay.
I'm running a tech move specifically for this, but it wasn't the right situation to click it.
I think I saw what was on the paste, but I'll
Right.
Never mind
But
for
we'll,
later.
we'll explain it. We'll explain it for later.
Okay.
When it
So
comes
we
out
got
once
Metagross.
again.
So he's still scared for some reason of Metagross. I guess maybe he's scared of like EQ,
Yeah, EQ or like Brick Break.
but I'm assuming you're probably like Ice Punch for Gliscor, or
No. I always talk about how like Mega Metagross doesn't need Ice Punch for Gliscor anymore. Heavy Slam just 2 shots raw
Oh,
max
does
defense
it?
for Ice Punch, which is
yeah, because the
absolutely
tough
ridiculous.
claws and it's super heavy. Yeah, I wish I had tough claws, heavy slam Metagross when I drafted this thing.
Yeah, no, since Indigo this mod is a whole different beast. It's ridiculous.
Oh, Thunder Punch. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
and then
first
he.
step lives there, but not a whole lot I can do. I
But
just
you know
take my
what?
kill because it's only 3 turns left to reflect.
Right. Okay. So now he goes back into Zerg because I think he's realizing like, oh, because
Yes.
the reflect is up too. So now he can just kind of.
Yes. Now he's Psychic Noise just in case he tries to heal again. If he gets set up, my idea is I can at least damage trade for a little bit and then put him in range for someone else.
And then he
But then
crits
this
you.
happened. And that one did in fact matter as well.
Yeah.
So-
I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
Well, it is plus
That was
one.
a rough one.
It is.
You know, we falced it. We falced it. It 100%
Yeah.
matters.
Well,
And since I couldn't get a little bit more damage on it, and then we get to this place, which is I click Flower Trick,
Flower Trick
and
doesn't do enough. Oh, and then he just has jungle healing.
yeah, if I would have survived for one last turn, I could have went for Psychic Noise, prevented that. So
And
now
then he
there's not a
blocks
whole lot I
everything.
can do. This doesn't change anything because he would have outspent me anyway, and that's the game pretty much.
Wow. Oh.
I
and
go for Axel to miss to end the season.
Wow. So you got kind of robbed. Well, that's
Yeah.
that's just the Steven way. I don't know if you
Yeah.
watched his game versus me or like his game
Oh,
versus
I did.
Chick.
Yeah, I was literally saying in the chat that the viewers can't see it. I was like, is bro really gonna hack his way to to a player?
He really
split
did.
in all
He really
three
did.
games?
He hacks his way to victory in all 3 games. That's crazy. I could have argued that like was it last week or like no, it was the first week of playoffs when you like
In the first week of playoffs, everybody got a bit lucky.
yeah, except yeah,
I
like
had
the only
one
fair
big turn against Arceus
the only-
fighting where I crit him with play rough.
yeah, the only fair game was Jaden versus whoever. Fletch, I think. Everyone else won because of hacks. Like, you beat a Bastion because of that player up. Would you have lost to that Arceus?
I don't think I would have lost to it because I remember looking at his moveset and I saw that there was at least one thing I could have that dealt with everything they brought on it. So I don't know if that was like automatically game over, but it was,
Yeah, but like your mouse
it was
Grotto
definitely
died and then
closer.
like Meow ended up winning get that game for you.
Yeah, Meow
Oh.
ended doing a lot, so I got really
Playoff.
fortunate to be able to preserve that for as long as I did.
Okay. Yeah, so it's been a pretty scuffed playoffs. like a very scuffed playoff. But I mean,
Yeah,
regardless, good job.
yeah,
to
it is
Steven
what it
for
is.
winning, I suppose.
We play Pokemon, you know. If we didn't
Yeah.
accept that luck will be involved, we'd be playing chess. So
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, that was 2 really pivotal crits. How much would Moonblast have done to that Rotom?
like
I'm
nothing.
assuming-
I'm behind the light screen. I'm max def. I can calc it. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Is that like that's imported or is this from the other game? So I'll just import Rotom W. Into the NC Mega. I'm gonna just assume worst case scenario, which is modest +1. Put light screen. About 33 to 39 if he's modest, and
Okay.
3% left if he's timid. So really not a whole lot.
Yeah, and I'm assuming, did you Hydra or did you like Volt?
I bolted.
Volt, yeah, because you could just go into Meow, right?
I can go Meow, or I can go the same route and just try and set up Kyurem. But the point is I would still have Rotom, and Rotom would still be able to potentially get another screen for later.
Right, and then
Except
Rotom was
they gotta
also
reflect
Rotom
up.
is pretty good.
They gotta
for,
reflect up against this thing, or like
yeah, and it would have been
against
good
something else,
for
and it would have been really good for this thing.
Corv and Gliscor, even like this thing somewhat. Because he was just
Yeah,
knockoff
it would
tier,
let Xerneas take a hit, which is huge. Like yeah, Xerneas takes 1, but it needs to do a little bit more than that in that situation.
I like the nickname Legendary.
Yeah. I like the Kyurem being named Silly from last week, and then Metagross is just a big silly.
the big silly. I like the psychic noise. That's, I mean, even though there's only 1 game, like, heat of the week, I guess. Yeah, and Metagross does have like a good special attack stat. It's like 110, right?
Maybe. I think it's like a little bit lower.
Maybe it's like 90. No,
1 of
regular.
5.
Yeah,
1 of 5.
I thought so. So I guess I can look at your pace now. Let me see if I can. That's. Wow. What the fuck? What the fuck? No.
I guess we can just do a quick cut if you want. Unless you don't. Oh, this is just great.
I'm trying to move the overflow. I thought. Oh, okay, there we go. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, there we go. No need for cuts. It makes it adds some personality to the video.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I love that.
so we got the Choice Specs, Moonblast, Psyshock, T-Bolt, Draining Kiss. Pretty typical Xerneas. Okay, yeah, I saw the Dragon Tail on Kyurem.
Yeah, so the idea with Dragon Tail was I was expecting like a bulk up synthesis kind of Zarut set. And so
Yeah.
the idea was I would set up alongside it and then Dragon Tail him out once we both boosted like around 3 times. Because I would assume once he saw my moveset he would just get greedy.
Mm-hmm. And just like
But
try to.
ultimately I just didn't have enough HP to get that going.
Yeah. And then okay, so we were Scarf Meow.
Yeah.
So that would have.
Like Scarf Meow is like kind of a staple in this format.
Yeah, for sure. And then we have Polish on Metagross.
Yeah, so the idea there was he brought Scarf Dragapult last time, so that would catch him off guard. Like all season long, I've brought like Trailblaze to boost my speed. Rock Polish would just completely throw that out of the way.
Yeah,
as an option.
in case he brought like Scarf Pult. Was it Scarf Pult?
Yes, I remember because I had Scarf Spectre and he had Scarf Pult to outspeed that.
Okay, so that's a good bring. And yeah, Hydro Volt, Reflect Screen, Light Clay. This is the second finals in a row where we saw a water type run dual screens. I'll move that up a little bit. Earth Power, Ice Beam, T-Spike, Stealth Rock, Nidoqueen. And you're not very
Yeah,
good.
so the only thing I regret with this paste is like I thought about Terrazarud in prep and then I just didn't bring any steel coverage. Like aside from Nidoqueen, which the purpose of Nidoqueen was just to one dual Volcania early, so I would know it would have low HP for the rest of the game, or just be gone.
Yeah.
I had no other way to hit it, okay? So
Yeah, I
that's
feel
like
like
the one thing I should have done differently.
that's what's hard about prepping for Zarud is like He brought. I forgot what he brought versus me. I think he brought Terra Fairy both times, but I thought he would bring like Terra Ground or like something, or I don't remember because it was a while ago. But like Terra Zerud can just do so much shit.
Yeah,
And it has,
I
like,
mean,
so
it was a
much
really
set
simple
variety.
fix. I could have brought Brick Break on Metagross, which like also covered for Corviknight well because Screens was like pretty likely bringing to me. I figured like I thought about that in prep, and also I could have just brought Terra Blast on Pyramid instead of trying to get fancy, and then Terra
Yeah, with
Blast
the
Electric
Dragon
would have
Tail.
been really nice for the Zarude.
Yeah, I mean, but I do think the Kyurem set was a good bring, just cause like I guess you never know, and like if he's setting up bulk ups on you, then you're not really beating it because you're not boosting defense either.
Yeah, like looking back at it, I thought it would be like it would work well, but I didn't really think about how I really needed it to just get greedy on it. Like realistically, if I was in that situation and I saw the first three moves, that I would get greedy, but not everyone thinks that way, right? I can't really control that. So
Yeah,
like, this set really was just getting fancy when I didn't really have to.
yeah. What would you have run over Dragon Tail then? Just Terra Blast? Or?
Probably just Terra Blast or Roost. That's usually the go-to on Kyurem.
Okay.
Like, at least from using it, learning throughout the season was just either you just like to run like all three attacks, or you like to run like a really bulky set with Roost.
Yeah, because a lot of the time
Double
just
Kyurem
double
did so
stabs on
much.
Kyurem. Double stabs
It's a
on
really
Kyurem.
stupid mod.
Especially when like Xerneas and Metagross are breaking those steals for you.
Yeah, pretty much. That was the idea behind the core.
Mm-hmm. So Terra Kyurem could win. Or like break stuff for even like Spectre. Yeah, I liked your team a lot.
I also like my team. I'm sad I couldn't bring home the W. Yeah, it's a shame. It happens though. I won another
really
league earlier this week, and that team also featured Mega Metagross. So you know, at least
what
there's
earlier
that.
this week?
Another league finals this week, earlier this week.
Oh. Well, that wasn't the one that you won, right? That was like a couple weeks ago.
No, it was like there was one literally this week.
Oh. I guess I underestimate how many places you're playing in. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I play a lot.
Mons is addicting, I will say. But I think you played well. I think you got kind of screwed over because, like, I think ultimately, like, Gliscor wasn't really doing much versus like what I see. So
Yeah, I wasn't really worried about Gliscor in general. I figured whatever I could bring, like I would be able to handle it regardless.
I'm surprised he brought it. What did he have brought it? Like, why did he bring it?
I figured it was just for like hazards or something.
Maybe.
Like, there's no really.
Maybe I forgot what else is on his team. Maybe like Okie Dokie could have been a good bring. Pult.
Okie Dokie was a little bit concerning, but I was really just expecting Pult.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
I
I'm
figured
just seeing
like,
like
looking at his team, it was by far like the best option he had for eventually everything I have. So
yeah.
didn't really think there was a reason for him not to bring it.
Yeah, I just think Okie Dokie would have been like a decent bring for Meow, but that's kind of it. Because it kind of does lose like everything else here, but
Yeah, Munchlax could be like a little bit of an annoying Kyurem check if you thought about it, and like he can also have done the screens thing for Corviknight if he wanted Corviknight to do something else. But other than that, it was pretty much what he brought.
okay. And then on your team, basically your team was just like you didn't bring Spectre, you didn't bring Moltres. Because Wailord and Fern
don't really exist because it's finals and I need to be a little bit serious about prep.
Right. Your team only had 10
Moltres-
mons, right?
Moltres could have been okay. It would have been nice for Zarude given like now knowing what his set was, but for all you know, he could just bring like Terra Water or Terra Electric Zarude and just go right through Moltres. So
I will say Steven has gotten a little bit ballsy with some of the Zarude sets. Like, oh, like if you just brought Moltres, like you probably would have just beat this. So that's kind of surprising.
Yeah, but Zarude is a mod that's like once it gets set up, it's really hard to stop regardless of what you have.
Right.
So
yeah, and like this thing gets it gets like Stone Edge, doesn't it, or like Rock Slide?
It does get rock slide. I don't know about stone edge,
Probably,
but like
yeah. I mean, rock slide's
you
fun.
almost never see it because one, it's really hard to fit, and two, a lot of the time you don't really need to. You can just click dark stab on like 90% of things, even if they resist it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, regardless, I think it was a good season. I'm glad that you got to play, especially in
Yeah,
your home.
I'll definitely be back for the future, especially if we do Ubers again.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do Ubers again. I think next season's gonna be like free draft, so there's no points. But
That's fun.
I think I'll balance it where like there's like kind of a budget, but the budget is only for like an extra like Terra captain or something. That's kind of the idea, but
I mean, yeah, usually we just see how it goes.
yeah, yeah. That's usually how free draft goes. Um, but yeah, I the season was pretty good. I don't think there was a single like forfeit loss, which is almost unheard of for leagues now. I feel like I see a
I
lot of
mean, it
forfeits.
depends on how the leagues are ran. Like, a league could be really active, but if you're running a league for 12 weeks, then there's bound to be somewhere. Like, I think 9
Yeah.
is like a perfect safe spot, and if the league is like just as active as we were, then yeah, there really should never be one.
Mhm. Yeah, it just in previous seasons there used to be like quite a few forfeit losses, and that would like upset me. But
I mean,
lately it's been pretty
you kind of
solid.
think about it this way. Sometimes people just are demotivated, and it's not really because,
Yeah,
they want to forfeit. It's just because sometimes they just have other more important things to do.
yeah. I mean, and also considering like we're kind of in that period where like people probably should start to like tire out a little bit because there hasn't been much change since like the DLC almost a year and a half ago.
I guess that makes sense. That it actually works the exact opposite way for me. Like usually it's a lot harder for me when the format's new and it opens up. It's just like you don't even know what to do. Now the format feels like it's really established. Like everything feels like it's in place. Like obviously,
Yeah,
sure, there's
or even like
upgrades to be
starting
made
to.
and whatnot, but like it's a lot more fun being able to construct ideas because like
Right.
there's an actual meta, so you have an idea of like how do I beat this because you know like you kind of have an idea of what to expect.
Yeah, and especially like when before like tear
So it's
tax was
fun
a
for me.
thing, because I think tear tax wasn't a thing for like almost a year, and it
Oh
was
yeah,
just like, oh,
whoever made Terratax is just a legend. Like my god, that is the best discovery you've had for the format ever. I
yeah,
love Terratax.
that was an idea I had when like the format like first started. I was like, Terra Dragonite's like kind of broken for 15 points, or like at this point like Zarud's pretty broken for like 12. So yeah, I am happy that we figured out how to balance Terra.
Yeah, we just need to put things in the right prices, which is
Hmm.
a story in and of itself, but we can
Yeah,
get there.
because now you have to tear everything twice.
Yeah, I mean
Sorta.
that's not necessarily what I meant. It's like let's just say we had a lot of things that really shouldn't have been as high as they were or as low as they were.
Hmm.
At least for this season, but I don't really mind. Like I think now we have been used it. Terra Curum definitely could have been higher.
Oh,
Like the
for sure.
stickiest
And
thing.
I think even Zarud should have been higher.
No, I think Zarud was in a fine place. Zarud is a very like it's a very high skill mod. Like it can flop really hard, but it can also go extremely hard when used correctly.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. I guess that's
like
fair.
I'm more so looking at stuff like Wellspring, which was a silver Uber compared to like
Yeah,
Pyramid
and
or
yeah,
Bronze. Like
we
that's
definitely very
wrong.
much overrated the ogre pawns, right?
Sorta. I
Because
mean, Wellspring.
I see the ogre pawns being allowed in like regular, except Hearth Flame, but like Cornerstone isn't like
Oh
very
yeah, no,
often used.
that guy you could allow in Ubers, but we didn't. I
Yeah,
used him
people
in
didn't want
Uber
to.
like twice. I completely understand why. Let's say I had a game where I literally sent that Ogre Pond Wellspring and I clicked the tax until I won.
Yeah, someone I think it was you were telling me that ogre pawn just kind of clicks buttons until it wins.
Yes, yes, that's. Yeah, I remember when the thing first came out, I tried it and I flopped with it and I was like, what am I doing wrong? And then I drafted it again and I was like, okay, let's just have fun with it. And how do you have fun with things? You just run buttons.
You
And
just
so I
click
just
Ivy
clicked
Cudgel,
one.
doesn't matter.
I just clicked Ivy Cudgel and Trailblaze and whatever else came to mind, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, this video is kind of long, and I'm sure most people have clicked off by now, but
Yeah, it's
I'll end the
fine.
recording. Thank you for joining me. I will end the recording now, and I will probably have like another video out soon announcing like what's next and celebrate like 10 seasons of SDS, because I can't believe that's already happened. And yeah, we'll see you guys then.